let's spin. Let's see what we're going to get for the next episode. It looks like maybe we'll be using Rayquaza in the next episode.
Welcome to the Pokemon Wheel of Fortune. The rules of play. Number 1, this game uses whatever the current VGC format is. Number 2, the letters of the alphabet are placed onto our Wheel of Fortune at random. The wheel is spun and I must make a team of Pokemon whose names start with that letter. I will then take that team onto the in-game battle spot ladder and play until I win one battle. Number 3, if necessary, I can swap the team members out for other eligible Pokemon throughout the course of those battles. Number 4, letters that contain fewer than 6 fully evolved Pokemon have been grouped together. If the current format includes restricted Pokemon, but there are none whose name begins with the corresponding letter, then I get to choose another one myself. Number 5, lastly, once a letter has been selected, it will be removed from the wheel for future episodes. The wheel will be spun at the end of each episode for the following episode.
We are back with the Roaring R's this time. I'm really quite excited because some of the Pokemon I was able to choose from are ones that are very close to my heart personally. Here's the team. So, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, probably going to use Rayquaza. Could have chosen Reshiram, but we've featured Reshiram twice on the channel so far. I thought I'd give Rayquaza a go. We're going for the Meteor Beam Power Herb stuff that you see commonly used on your Lunalas, sometimes on your Eternatus as well, and your Dawnwings Necrozmas. Then we have, in the top right, Rapidash. This is one of my favourites. Reminds me of the old iconic intro to the anime from the first few seasons of it jumping through the air. But I just really like its design. I think it looks so cool, especially shiny as well. We've got that choice band, has really great coverage. Then go down to the Ribombee. So this Pokemon has access to a move that I think is actually really great in Series 10, and that is Sticky Web. So if you don't know what Sticky Web does, it's an entry hazard. Any Pokemon that switches in and is grounded will have its speed lowered by 1 stage. And I think that's crucial on this team because Rayquaza's not amazing in this format, unfortunately. It's just not fast enough, but that pairs really well with it. So we'll move on to the rest of the team because we're going to come back to that. There is some synergy coming up with that as well. We've got Reuniclus, again another Pokemon very close to my heart. My first 2 tournaments I've attended, UK Nationals 2014 and 15. I did very well in those tournaments, and both times I did it with Reuniclus on my team. So we've got a Trick Room option. Now, down to the last 2, we've got Registeel. So Registeel is holding a red card. I wanted something to help with his Xerneas matchup, but also, here's the synergy I was talking about with the Sticky Web. We can force a switch out from my opponent. If they lead, for example, Calyrex, then can get Registeel in, get it to switch out, hopefully while getting the Sticky Web up. And then when it comes back in, Rayquaza's going to outspeed. And yeah, just a good win con in general with his Iron Defense as well. And then last but not least, we've got Rillaboom on the team. I wanted fake out support. I could have chosen Raichu or Rillaboom. I think the bulk is really quite necessary on this team. We've got the added benefit of recovery for the Registeel as well, among a few other things. So that's the team, and I've got to be honest, I'm feeling confident. I know I say that every episode, but I do feel confident. I think, last episode was tough, but it was a valuable lesson for me. This team has a game plan that I can play to, whether it be Trick Room, whether it be getting the Sticky Web up, and then just going from there. So, let's do it. Okay, we've got our first opponent, and it's a Zacian team. Fairly standard in most of his picks. Got a Moltres on there, Galarian Moltres, which you don't see too often on this kind of team actually. But the rest, fairly standard. So, I'm thinking Trick Room is actually quite decent, I think. But we could also go Sticky Web route as well. Could go Sticky Web for sure. Or could go both. Or we could go both. I think we'll start with Rayquaza. Maybe I'm not going to go Trick Room. We're going to have Rayquaza Ribombee with Regis and Rapidash. So what we're looking to do here, pretty much what I explained in the team preview, get our sticky web up, get the opponent switching out, forcing them out if we have to, with our Regis, and winning from there, getting everything slower than Rapidash, apart from the Regieleki. The Regieleki is not going to be slower, assuming it's max speed. But get everything slower than Rapidash and start knocking things out. That's the plan. In the lead, I expect probably Incineroar to lead, as always. On paper, yeah, here we go. Incineroar looks decent against the team on paper. So double fake out lead from my opponent. Got to be careful of the switch here, because I feel like at least one of them is going to switch. Probably that Incineroar. Okay, so we're going to go for the double protect. If my opponent doesn't switch, we're in a great position. If they do switch, they switch. You can see the Rillaboom switching out actually. This Rillaboom is definitely doesn't really want to face off against either of these Pokemon. So we don't see a switch out. Well, that's perfect. I'm totally happy with that. And I don't know if Meteor Beam knocks out Incineroar. It probably doesn't. So they're just going all in turn one with the Incineroar. Fair enough. Okay, so we get that Meteor Beam. We get the sticky web. I mean, we could easily knock out the Rillaboom here if it doesn't switch. We threaten a lot of damage no matter what, but I think this is crucial. We need to get this sticky web down. So my opponent having a good long think about what they want to do. See a protect. Comes our sticky web. And I'm not using Meteor Beam at all in this series. I hope I don't miss. For a second there, my heart skipped a beat. So I was like, why is the animation not working? Okay, oh, that was so close. We almost one shy. Is it a parting shot or is it another Flare Blitz? I'd be okay with Flare Blitz. Might even get a self knockout here. Get our Sash activated, and is it enough? Is it enough recoil? It is. Okay, there we go. Incineroar's gone. And you've got to expect the Zacian's in the back, right? 100%. So we'll see the sticky web come into play once that switches in. Because now we've got ourselves in a position. Rayquaza is boosted, and here comes a Zacian, and it's going to outspeed everything apart from the Regieleki. There we go. So we get our Flamethrower, and I don't think we need to switch. Could see a Grassy Glide come out into Ribombee. Could see a Protect and a Grassy Glide come out. But if they do go for that, Not the end of the world. Let's get a free switch into Rapidash. Okay, so our little bee, little fairy bee goes down. Is it a bee? I mean, I guess it is. But Ribombee goes down, and out comes that flamethrower. It's not enough to knock out. And we might be getting knocked out in return. Yeah, so Rayquaza goes down. Okay, so I don't know if the crit mattered or not. We have a little bit of bulk, but not much. Can't really afford to run a ton of bulk on Rayquaza, because then you're losing your speed and your power. But I'm still not upset with this position. I do have to make a decision on what I want to lock Rapidash into. Flare Blitz is an obvious choice. And yeah, there was nothing that resists that. The only problem is if they've got the Landorus in the back, because being a flying type, it's not affected by the sticky web, so that will outspeed both of our Pokemon. I'm going to go for the Iron Defense. Flare Blitz. So Rillaboom protects. Not the protect I was expecting, unless Zacian's slower than Rillaboom now. And nope. Okay. So it all comes down to this final Pokemon. I don't think it's going to be Landorus. They don't usually keep Landorus in the back. It's Landorus. It's Landorus. Oh no. Okay. Well, I need to go after that. I need to go after Landorus. And unfortunately, I don't think we're getting the win. Unless, oh, that's so much damage. Yeah, it's still faster. Well, if we survive, we do. Oh, the power. The power. And we get the body press. So just like that, if my opponent had doubled either slot, that would have been the play. Although to be fair, from their perspective, they could easily. It's reasonable to expect to protect from either slot, right? So spreading the damage is certainly not a bad play by any means. Okay. So I think we just do the same thing again. Yeah, I mean we win. The grassy terrain's gone. Flare Blitz and goodbye. So no messing about. No messing about this episode. We got our win. But much like in our first episode with the Kyogre, we'll have another battle. Yeah, we'll have another battle. Okay, it's a Kyogre team. Not standard either, not really standard. Outside of the Kyogre and the Serena. Sometimes you see Incineroar on these teams, but no Tornadus, no Regieleki, no Urshifu, no Rillaboom. Double Intimidate, and of course Rayquaza's coming out. Rapidash looks decent here. Rapidash looks really good here, outside of getting intimidated by Hitmontop especially. I don't think we need Ribombee. I think my opponent wants to get to Trick Room, but it's up to me. Do I wanna force the Trick Room, or do I wanna let them dictate whether or not we get a Trick Room? Yeah, I think that's okay. I was debating whether or not to bring the Reuniclus over Regis Steel. The other three I'm totally happy with. But Reuniclus could have been quite decent here actually as well. Of course, threatening the big damage on Hitmontop. If they take its Trick Room, I have the ability to reverse it or be still quite slow myself in Trick Room. So, looks like we want to get some Trick Room up. But I mean, I'm happy with this. Well, we're probably just going to trade Fake Outs. But an easy turn 1 play. And an Air Balloon, that's good to know. So I don't, considering what I've picked, we don't really want it in Trick Room. But if it goes there, it's not the end of the world. Wow. Why am I saying wow for? Of course we're faking out first. Okay, so, yeah, as expected. Do I wanna meet your beam now? I think I do. I think I have to. So we don't miss. Yeah, that's gone. Okay, so now we can get Regis Steel in. And you've got to respect the Trick Room here. And actually, this red card's going to come in handy here, assuming my opponent goes for a Rock Slide on the next turn, and they don't miss Regis Steel. Because I've got an obvious protect play on Rayquaza. Rapid comes in, which means that assuming Koga's in the back, they probably don't have Serena then. So Rillaboom can just grass and glide. Body press. Iron defense is good. I could also not protect here, but I think protecting is the right play. We should get good damage, assuming we don't flinch, should get good damage off into Kyogre. The rain not having an effect here, since we've got our airlock, I still have loads of damage. So maybe Iron Defense was the play, because I can rely on Rillaboom to help with Kyogre anyway. We're just going to protect again, because there's nothing, I don't think there's anything else worth doing. Assuming that an Ice Beam is coming out, I don't think there's anything else worth doing on that slot. Stalling out Trick Room is the best thing we can do at the moment. Do I want to do that? Actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. If they take Rayquaza down, that's fine. I don't want to switch the Rillaboom in, have it taking unnecessary damage, because it's going to take a decent amount. So our Rayquaza is actually slow. Could be scarfed Scarf Koga. So we just get knockout. Not going to complain. Okay, and now we've got decisions to make. I think we just do the same thing again. I could switch out Regis still. At the same time, I don't want either Pokemon in the back taking unnecessary damage. I could switch out Rayquaza, but then Registeel is going to get knocked out by Liquidation, since the rain will come into effect. And is that a little bit of salt I can taste? Or is it bad internet I can taste? Okay, it wasn't me. Okay. Let's go again. We can't end on that one. Okay, we've got our opponent, and they have a super interesting team as well. It's Lugia. And they've got an Aegislash on their team as well. Aegislash. I think it's Aegislash, right? I want to feature a Uniclus, but I don't know. Reuniclus's input here is going to be skill swap, if anything. But I need to get Trick Room up in order to do that effectively. Like skill swapping the Urshifu's ability away from it before it knocks out Reuniclus. That's going to be a tough one. So my opponent doesn't have Fake Out. Let's do it. We're not going to bring Rayquaza. Not that Rayquaza's bad here, but I think the other Pokemon have a role to play. So Lugia and Scott. I expected something along these lines. Probably with Taunt. Possibly with Encore. So they might just Calm Mind up. Let's have Protect on Whimsicott. We see that double Protect. I'm happy with that. Do they have Encore? I feel like they have Fake Tears. Either way, I'm going to do that, and I am going to take away. Lugia's ability. So hopefully we don't see an encore. We don't, good. Looks like we see an attack of all things. So we're taking the multi-scale. That's fine, it does nothing. And Lugia is switching straight out. To Aegis Slash. That's hilarious. So it's weakness policy Lugia then. Oh, it raises the critical hit ratio. That is really funny. So the only thing is, Regis still Regis we can Iron Head. Yeah, we can Iron Head. And I've got the berry, the ghost resist berry as well. But we've got the multi-scale, so it shouldn't do much damage either way. Assuming we're gonna see a ghost move. I bet it just crits us every turn now as well. So we've just got switches. Urshifu comes in. It's got to be Dark Urshifu, right? Yeah, so no psychic damage, unfortunately, this turn. Shadow Sneak comes out. Yeah, look at that, like a champ. Multi-scale and Cassid Berry. Okay, so. And this is why I love Reinforce so much. This is why I used it back in the day. So we Iron Defense. And actually, well, before I get to that, I'm going to take away the Urshifu's ability. Oh, wait. I forget. Oh, the ability is to go through Protect. It's not to get rid of the critical hits, unfortunately. So actually, what we're going to do is we are going to Helping Hand Body Press. Yeah, in the 2015 UK Nationals, at that time you could have Pokemon below level 50, and I used the Trick Room Charizard team with Reuniclus, and my Reuniclus was level 49. The reason being it would underspeed a Moongus, which was everyone's primary counter to Trick Room. We just knocked out the Urshifu. And they're the same speed. They're actually the same speed. So level 49, my Reuniclus would be slower. I would skill swap Overcoat onto Charizard and Trick Room, and then my opponent's only Trick Room counter would be gone. That was back when it was best of one as well in Swiss rounds. It never actually came into play in tournament play, but did in practice online a lot, and it was good actually in the tournament because I always knew I had that option as well. But I digress. It was. I'm glad we got the Urshifu out of the way. So from here, you got to expect another Shadow Sneak, but that's okay. I think Reuniclus has done what I would like it to do. I mean, I would like it to give Regis still the ability, but I mean, it's not going to make a big difference. Get off Iron Defense. The Aegis Slash is a little bit annoying. Thought they carry that foul. So that foul comes out. This is where I need to be really careful because we need Rapidash to knock out the Aegislash. But Rapidash is also a primary means of dealing with Lugia at this stage as well. Nothing else in our team really threatens Aegislash. We don't have knockoff on our Rillaboom. So, I think we just do this. Multi-Scout was going to be annoying. I think I went away for the Throat Chop as opposed to the Wild Charge. Or I'll be locked into that. Assuming the Aegislash is going to, yeah, King Shield. We might, oh, we won't see double protect because Lugia would have gone first. See that power come out. Of course, the weakness policy. So maybe that wasn't the best play by me. I would go so far to say that wasn't the best play by me. Maybe I should have just gone straight for Flare Blitz. I feel like they're going after the Rapidash with the Lugia here. Getting Rillaboom in, that gives us a bit more recovery on Regis Steel as well. So they actually go after the Regis Steel, so we could have got the attack off there. That's unfortunate, because that would have been really good. Maybe they predicted our switch. Man, this Aegislash is really benefiting from that Landsat Berries fling. Is getting the crits. Okay. I'm just going to do this again. Yeah, I mean, you expect to protect. Do we see a King Shield? We don't. Now, at this stage, what does more damage against Lugia? Iron Head or Body Press? I imagine it's probably still Iron Head, but I don't know, I really don't know. We're going to give it a try. The Body Press. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to go for the Iron Head. If I'm remembering how much damage the other one did, I think this is the better play. And Grassy Glide as well. So yeah, we definitely made a mistake activating this weakness policy. I totally forgot that was what it had. So yeah, this is an easy play for my opponent. Yeah, Lugia is actually a tough matchup for the team, truth be told. It's just fast enough to outspeed everything, and I can't even use Sticky Web to lower the speed. Okay, so I mean, can't protect with Rapidash anyway. Do I count on my opponent slipping up here? I'm not targeting Rapidash. Actually protect. They double. Okay, well I get a bit more healing. Maybe expecting a protect from me. I don't think a protect gets me anything in particular. They seem worried about my Regis still. They should be worried about the Rapidash because, I mean, Regis still, they know the full moveset now. Regis still's not going to crack Aegis Slash. So we see another Shadow Sneak. Loads of damage. And that would be why. Get the Flame Body burn. They did double the Rapidash, which was the correct play, of course. I don't think we're going to win from here, unfortunately. Oh, it didn't even knock out. Oh no. GG. GG. But that was a cool team. That was a cool team. Outside of us activating the weakness policy, which was not a good play. I'm quite happy to face this team. It's quite fun to see the Lanzat fling into Aegis Slash as well, which worked really quite nicely for my opponent. They did like 2 damage. And there we go. There it was. Yeah, I kind of sealed my own fate there. Not paying attention. Too busy chatting, I think, at that moment about the about things that were not quite as important as the battle at hand. But it's all about the fun anyway. I'm not too worried about that. We got our win already, and yeah, that was a really cool battle as well. So it's time to spin the wheel. Plain sailing. Yeah, very happy with that. As I said, after that last episode, this was exactly what we needed. We had a plan, executed it, and got the win nice and quick. So we had KGR. Sadly, I think the acronyms have gone out the window. We're just going to have to settle for whatever letter we get now. Let's see what we're going to get. I know what I don't want. I don't want O and Q. O and Q is going to be a bad time. Okay, so this one's going to be N. N. Noivern. N, N, N. N, N, N. Wow. Shallow. That's how I would describe this list of Pokemon. We do not have many to choose from. We've got some cool ones though. We have we have Restricteds. We've got the Necrozmas, Naganadel. We've got the Nidos, Nido King, Nido Queen, 2 of my favourite Pokemon as well. And we've got a choice of Ninetales to go for. I'm not feeling too confident. See you in the next one.